Hey guys, we're the 732 review crew. I'm Joe.
I'm Mike.
And I am Mikey.
And today we're watching season 5, episode 8 of The Expanse, titled Hard Vacuum.
Now, the last time we had Naomi traveling through a hard vacuum in space.
Do you think that's going to be relevant?
It might be. I mean,
Nah.
she's already done the travel.
It didn't say space
And
dragons.
unfortunately, I think his name was Sin died. C-Y-N? Sid?
Affable old man, yeah.
Yes. Yeah.
Yes. And unfortunately, though, that means right now her son is kind of by
Without a
himself.
protector.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You know, Marco has
No
this
one's
whole
looking
problem.
after him.
So,
He's on his own.
and besides that, Olin is on the way, but Naomi has some stuff to disable on this ship before she
Yeah, because Holden's on his way to a trap.
gets onto a trap. And they know it's a trap. But
Do you think they took the time to like deactivate all the systems on the ship, or do you think they completely left the life support like running?
I don't know. They said they were doing a lot of stuff throughout last episode.
Yeah.
So
I feel like leaving life support running would be beneficial because it would increase the explosion with the oxygen. But
No, that's a good point, Mikey.
yeah. Only way for us to find out, though, is to watch the episode. Now, if you made it this far with us into The Expanse, we cannot believe that we are on Season 5, Episode 8. There is literally 2 more episodes after this until Season 6. And Joe, what episode did you finish off in Season 6?
I think 2 or 3.
So we get to
So I'm almost
there.
really excited.
Joe's
to
gonna get his
flying
encore.
blind.
Yeah, Joe's going to be at Flying Blind with us soon, guys. Now,
We're gonna need another whiteboard.
we're gonna But thank you for joining us for The Expanse. If you do enjoy our content, make sure you do subscribe. Check out our other stuff like our movies. We just released Die Hard for Christmas last this weekend, as well as make sure you do comment on the video below if you have any questions for us. Let us know. Because we've been having a lot of fun with interacting with the community. You guys have been awesome. Thank you for being so great.
We appreciate it, and we really appreciate when you tell us the finer details or point out something.
There's so
where
much
we were
science.
completely wrong.
There's so much science.
Yeah.
And it's great. But there's only one way for us to find what's happening, and that's for us to start. And we'll be beginning episode 8 of season 5 in 3, 2, 1.
And check out the Discord.
Yeah, what he said. They probably got dirt bikes or something.
Or a motorcycle.
All they had to do was murder a stranger.
In cold
Our
blood.
commenters have been fascinated by how easily I am satiated with murder. And how quick I am to cheer it on. Ah, nice.
Jesus Christ.
There's no privacy though. Like, go around the corner from each other. There's a corner right there.
There are. They're not.
Get your appetite back.
I can taste again. I can smell again, and nausea is one of the side effects of the blockers.
Oh,
That sounds awful.
yeah.
What are those bodies?
Oh.
Dude, what the fuck?
This must be some kind of old people.
Oh.
Fuck.
The ones who could manage to leave probably did.
I hope this was an act of kindness.
Wow, they euthanize them.
That's fucked.
It's a moral conundrum in itself.
I blocked that. But you interrupted my yawn, so fuck you.
Just gonna remove the weapon from the.
Dude, I literally went like this to yawn, and he's just like,
Nice. Wow.
poor guy.
No. Sim was trying to stop out. I'm going, no. Tell me how your mother died.
Ooh. He's deciding to lie.
Saw her at the edge. Sim went after her, but she opened the door and went outside. And then she was gone.
He doesn't know.
And Philip's lying.
She didn't have to kill Sim. She didn't kill him. You did.
Ooh.
Leave us.
Hey, 15-year-old kid who's going through a lot of things. You killed this man.
Bomb.
That's some crazy wires.
I think it's a bomb, right?
I mean, they said they wired the whole ship.
Looks like there's a lot of them.
Oh, it's her recording.
Sounded like an AI version of her.
Literally.
No sign of the protomolecule in the Zemaeus blast zone.
Are you sure it couldn't survive a reactor explosion?
That's how we killed it more than once.
Did the Zemaeus send any transmissions before they blew themselves up?
No. Our scopes and sensors were on them from the second they turned on their drive.
Maybe they.
What do you think is going to happen when he realizes he can't find her?
I don't know if that's an option for him.
It is for me. Not going on a suicide mission just to save his girlfriend.
That's what you signed up for, though.
It's not.
No, it is, though, by joining James Holden on the Rosinante.
You're gonna do what James Holden wants, goddammit. He's Space Jesus.
The chosen one.
The chosen one.
Bring him back as proto-molecule.
Never see so many dead bodies in one ship before.
In the tribunal we held, they voted death for Marco.
Oh. Wow.
We salvage. This is what we do.
We're not salvagers. We're scavengers. Marco kills those who defy him, and we pick the bodies clean.
It seems pretty rough.
Why did Marco attack them?
You mean why did we? Marco let them go in peace. And then they hijacked 2 skiffs out of Ceres, loyal to us. We protect our allies and destroy our enemies.
I take this office with a heavy heart, but with a clarity of vision. As your Secretary General, what I lack in experience, I will more than make up for in passion, dedication, and internal support.
He's gonna make a good puppet.
No, but he's got a good heart.
I know. That's why he's gonna make a good puppet.
You know, he's not trying to steal anyone's glory either.
Right.
And remember how?
Which he totally could have.
But he's also like leaning on her to
I
like
have authorized
make him seem
the
legitimate.
largest manhunt in human history.
Yeah.
We will not
This is gonna be bloody.
and all his associates have been hunted down and made to answer for
like
the
going after Bin
atrocities
Laden,
they
dude.
committed. These are times that will try our souls. We will prevail. We must. This is the beginning of the reckoning. The first step towards justice, and this journey will not end until we are victorious. The future of this planet, the future of humanity
good speeches,
demands
though.
it.
Yeah, no, he's rocking.
Is that Anna with him or something? Come on. Who wrote that speech?
I think Avasarala is going to be impressed, right?
I think she's gonna have a modicum of respect for him.
Maybe he's not a puppet anymore. In my eyes. Okay.
I'm more concerned because if Earth's going to war against Marco, then
Damn right.
that's not right.
showed that you're
Which means
Okay,
that
maybe he's a
Marco-
puppet.
You think they believe me?
You got a lot of balls coming back. Only you could survive an asteroid attack and then willingly walk into a more dangerous.
Well, I figured things have changed enough that the old rules didn't apply to the new situation.
Have you heard of Winnipesaukee Island? Islands are private enclaves for wealthy people, and each has a hangar with a suborbital shuttle.
That'll get us to Luna.
How do you know about this?
I used to summer there. Jules Pierre Mao.
Woo! Drop the name.
Jules Pierre Mao. The insane.
Yes, that one.
Hard times all around, I guess. What's it?
This place was a shithole before it was underwater. It's not gonna get any better.
I'm not about to tuck tail and run just because some belter fuckstick throws a couple of rocks.
Yeah.
Rocks aren't your problem. Everything else down there
I
is.
knew this woman once. She killed her children, all 5 of them. She talked about them like they were still
Left
alive,
field.
like when she got up the next morning, they'd still be there. I thought she was crazy, but she came up to me one day and said, I know they're dead, but I know I'm dead too. You're the only bitch in here who thinks she's still alive. As soon as she said that, I knew. The person I was.
Eric thinks he's still alive.
Dead.
That's a deep quote right there.
Yeah.
Deep line.
Wow. You just revalidated his entire
Well,
life.
I mean,
quote.
she was pretty much like, the old you is dead.
I figured this was just the churn again, but
Return.
it's gone, isn't it?
I saw a case of that tequila that we should take some of that.
There are still 2 Nathan Hale-class battleships and 1 MCRN Doniger class ship guarding our side of the ring. That's
The
enough firepower
Doniger
to
class?
turn back
And the
3
Nathan
times
Hale?
the
Come
number of
on.
ships that Inaros has.
Is Nathan Hale the one that what's his face was on?
I think so.
Souther?
We seem to be waiting for Inaros to make his next move instead of us making our first one. Our
She's
citizens
she's so
need to see
surprised.
that we can apply pressure.
We have put together proportional response strike packages. Hygeia and Iapetus Station
Oh.
are good targets.
Yikes.
Developers on both have traditionally been more radically inclined than most, but
Can't do that.
Palace Station is the one I think we should focus on.
Yikes.
And Naros has roots there.
So the majority of casualties could still be innocent civilians.
Like the millions and counting of ours that they killed.
This is no different than the strike on Deimos.
Yes, it
That was a bold move.
Deimos was
It
unmanned.
was the right move.
Well, it was low.
There's like 10 people.
But Deimos was an entirely
Different.
situation.
Deimos had like maybe 100 people.
Deimos was a military base. If we start murdering innocent Belters, we'll radicalize every Belter who does not support. We'll be fighting the entire belt.
We already are fighting the entire belt. They're just not wearing uniforms.
Which is another reason why this shouldn't even be considered an option.
What's the current state of our relief efforts outside Philadelphia?
He's handling this pretty fucking well.
Yeah, he is.
Pittsburgh and Syracuse are both reporting significant uptake.
He didn't like that she didn't back him though.
They don't have to back each other. Fuck off here, dude. Come on. She's queen.
That. What is it?
French of some sort?
It looked like it. Damn, she got tiny enough hands to get through that grate.
No.
Break your hand. Do it.
No, stop. No.
How fucking heavy is that grate?
We also have to remember, I mean, she started to sick, like, that's why if you look at her face, like, in her, like, blood or whatever starts off, like,
Eye. Her eye.
Yeah.
Well, she went through a vacuum of space, so she's not doing too good.
Yeah, but didn't that, like, fuck up her
Pop blood vessels?
Yeah, I don't know. I'm sure you guys will let us know.
Where's the mute button, dude?
Yes! Thank God.
Oh, did she manage to hack? Oopsies. Connector's melted. Huh. Cool cover. Thank God she muted the signal.
I know, I think...
At least inside.
Anything else is beeping, now I'm stressed.
CO2 monitor.
Oh God, no, go take another breath. Okay, thank God.
She's gonna go one at a time, baby.
He's really struggling this episode. He's making
She's been struggling this season, dog. She's been having the hardest time of her life.
She has.
She's doing it though. She's a champ.
Did she really just cut out a section of wires to what?
So she could redo it?
The jets are moped is a bomb. There are tampering sensors on the nav controls and the thrusters, which are connected to the reactor. Please respond. But do not, I repeat, do not approach this ship.
Chills.
Gonna be Alex and Bobby? Be like, hi.
How are they gonna get her off?
Bobby would totally fly out and be like,
she just said it's a
proximity rigged.
She was in proximity.
She's a person.
It might not have been armed yet because the original ship is in its proximity.
I think as long as the ship's not close enough to set it off, it's fine. I think Bobby will yeet herself out of his space.
We will get through this. I'm not sure I can.
Yikes.
If I was on that ship, every day I'd be looking over my shoulder.
That's your problem. You keep looking back and not looking at the things you can't control. It's all okay.
It's not okay.
Lay off. Have mine.
What's going on with them?
They're all full attention.
Yeah.
You being silly?
Okay. About to have an orgy or something?
Dude, I wish I could drink water like that. Isn't this a huge problem? There's just like open water.
I'm gonna scan the emergency channels.
Bobby's gonna get the message?
Yeah.
This is Naomi Nagata.
I think they got a Los Compadres at that station.
I don't know how you can stand that place.
And everyone needs to be a compadre. It's Naomi. We found her.
No.
He's just gonna blindly go in there.
We should blow up Palace Station. Show Naros and the rest of the belt that they shouldn't have fucked with us. Families, the victims, all the people on our planet, they need to see that we're fighting back. The Belters struck our home. We need to strike back at theirs.
The casualties will be substantial.
Not compared to ours.
We're all going to have blood on our hands before this is over.
Well, if it's more theirs, I'll take it.
Yeah.
That's foreshadowing, I think. We'll find out.
I can't tell if she's having a break or if like she's trying to figure something out. It's got to be a timer of some sort that she's about to fuck with.
Oh.
Yeah.
She's not giving up, dude.
Is she like tampering the wires to see if which one is which?
Yeah.
Man, she is looking beat up.
Yeah.
13 tries.
We have orders to join the Syria Malankoto and engage any inner ship we encounter.
Oh.
Captain, we picked up a distress call. You from Naomi Nagata?
Set a course for that ship. DeWalt and Motang will remain here to continue the salvage.
You can't help her.
Watch me.
Naomi is not about that ship.
How would you know?
Because she's dead. Naomi was aboard the Bella when you were there. The message was not real. Just a sim. Part of a bigger plan that you need not know about.
You are lying.
I don't care if you believe me. The truth is Naomi Nagata was a traitor to the belt. And now
she's a gun. She's on her own ship. Yeah, please.
Shoot her anyway, dude.
Is she gonna tell Holden? Please.
She better.
Come on, Kamina. This is your breaking point.
Yeah, go kill Marco.
Please. Please.
No, this is a grief thing.
Yeah, I know.
Oh, fuck.
Yeah.
That's 2 down. The only 2 people she had respect for are still alive.
Debbie's not dead, though.
She thinks she is. Bro, she just chugged a whole bottle of whiskey.
You chugged it.
Let's go, Kamina.
Grief, man. That's not good. I'm starting to get exhausted watching her do this.
Dude,
I think that's kind of the goal.
Yeah. I am. Oh, I see what she's gonna do. She's gonna stop it. Cause this was on the Dante. They told James Holden, I am not.
Please reach me. Tell James Holden I'm in distress. Calm down.
Oh.
Yeah, not responding. Oh, I get it. She gonna make it back?
I don't think so.
Oh, she did.
Oh, fuck.
That's the last time she can do that.
She's woo! Eminem moment here with Till I Collapse, you know?
What? That was good. That was good. I like that.
I don't get that one.
Disappointed in you.
Mikey's never listened to hip hop.
I was close to Naomi Nagata once.
I know.
Naomi stopped believing in what we was fighting for. We needed her. And she turned her back on us and left.
Is Drummer being painted as Naomi right now?
What?
As in, like,
about herself.
Her family won't listen to her.
They're being compared, yeah.
She just has to turn her back and leave.
That's the end, bro!
Oh, man.
And we're back for season 5, episode 8, discussion of The Expanse. Now, that was a crazy episode. Oh, okay, I thought that was
it was a real struggle for Naomi's survival.
This was actually...
She's having the roughest.
This is actually quit. It showed how to endure it. How hard, how hardy she is. She literally 15, 20 times went until she almost had carbon dioxide poisoning and monoxide poisoning.
She probably does.
The last mark we saw was the 13th.
Now, we know
13 trips, and she found it on the 14th.
Well, it also seemed like she was going to different boxes and testing all the wires.
Yes. Yeah.
That might have been like the 13th relay as well.
Now, we'll get to that in a second, but let's look at the board. So, in terms of my side, I think we're ready to close the book on the fact that we think Alvaro Serrala's husband is dead. It has been multiple days, and he hasn't, if it's not been a week or more, and he hasn't shown up. And I feel like he would have shown up at a relief camp and been like,
Also, considering where we know it hit and where Baltimore is in relation to where that hit, and Baltimore's that fucked up, like
he's probably gone.
Yeah, I'm realizing now that prison was probably around DC.
Yeah, and we would have been dead
with how close it was to Baltimore. It's probably around.
That
DC.
confirms that we would be dead too. Oh yeah. So
Jersey baby.
So as a result, we're saying he's been in the belt. Unless proven otherwise.
I don't. I forget what the.
But yeah, unless proven otherwise, he's dead. So we're gonna cross that off for a theory as we thought correct.
I'm Irish.
For
I'm
Mike,
belter, dude. Okay.
Mike has confirmed a theory of his own, which goes in line with my theory that I had on there, and that is.
Sarala is back in business, baby.
So we know that she was kind of lowered on the totem pole when Nancy Gao was made, Secretary General. She was given a position that wasn't correct.
No. She wasn't given a position she got put exactly where Nancy Gao wanted her.
Yes.
Which is
exactly where Sarala didn't want to be.
Exactly.
But she was not in charge, even, as like after a bunch of people in the cabinet died, because she wasn't like a minister or secretary of. So with our new Secretary General, he isn't as bumbling, as we thought. He doesn't have it seems like an
It seems like he's capable, but he's like realistically a minor politician in the big league.
He's got a very good
to be smart and seems to have no allegiances to
He has a very good
which is a plus.
He has a very good facade, I believe. Facade, thank you. I can pronounce that word. And he seems like he'd be pretty prime for Avasarala to use. So I think that's where I'm going to come in and say Avasarala is starting to use the Secretary General again. Just like she did, and it's not like she's using him fully as a puppet, but she is starting to push ideas into his mind and, all this stuff. And I want to just say that she is absolutely remarkably, just calm and level-headed for pushing, rhetoric and political agenda.
She's like a 50 or 60-year-old, career politician. She better be.
No, I'm going to say, about the belt. She's saying we can't do a retaliatory strike because of this reason. Even though her husband was lost.
She's also she actually wasn't even against retaliation.
She said it's not that target.
Yes.
Well, she's also been in the sit room for this whole thing.
Yes. And it just goes back to show that thing that Ashford said earlier in the season, when you kill someone, be careful who you're killing, because do they have a brother? Do they have a sister? Do they have a lover, a mother, a father, a son, a daughter?
It can do more damage than good.
Yeah, it's just going to keep coming. And, it kind of seems like that Avasarala is pumping the brakes a little bit on what she usually would do. She's always been like, a first strike option type person, protect Earth. But she's also like, we can't do this indiscriminately because otherwise we're no better than them, which is awesome to see from her.
I also have a new one. I erased like half my board.
Yes.
I think Naomi's going to use this bomb ship to just straight up blow up the Free Navy.
You think she is?
Yeah.
That's your belief. So my belief is that we were given information on the two ships, the two Nathan Hale battle ships, as well as the Donner class battleship.
Yeah.
That are defending the ring. Now, Admiral Salvatierre had a lecture earlier that you could use a mismatched asymmetrical force to hold the gate because of its size. Now, are we about to have 3 battleships, 2 Earth and 1 Martian, hold the Marco Naro's Free Navy's attempt to take the ring for their own? I think so. And I think that's what's going to happen. They're not going to blow up the ring. They're going to hold it from the inside with the help of the Rocinante. Or maybe not. Maybe they're going to use this strategy.
Okay, I think that makes sense. I think the only thing that is weird there is who was giving that speech?
Which, the Salvatore speech?
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, it's not like he can't just transmit his, the idea to the people, even though he is selling, supplies to Marco and whatnot.
We don't know where his allegiance is currently
lie,
technically.
We know he preaches like a lot of Martian rhetoric and whatnot. He said he bleeds red, in terms of this guy. Because you remember when he said, "Oh, I'm Alex," and he's like, "You stole the a gunship. You're flying a Martian ship that's stolen."
Yeah, but he could have did that just to get Alex off his tail.
I know, but that's just my position. I'm believing. Now, for you, Mike, why is Clarissa so important?
I don't think that just being like, "Oh, we could go to my daddy's beach house and get a ship to get off of Earth." No, why? The only reason Amos is still on Earth at this time is because he went to go see Clarissa, which means that Clarissa herself, not her connections, is important. I don't know why. It's bothering me. I need an answer.
Maybe it's just Clarissa's redemption arc of her, because she was after Holden and all those things. Maybe she's
What if Julie Mao was the start? Was the alpha and Clarissa is going to be the omega that stops the protomolecule?
That's possible. Now, for me,
not a dragon.
I said Clarissa joins Amos's and crew. Now I think for right now,
could be.
I think right now Clarissa is part of Amos's crew, not like the entire crew. I said Amos and crew.
No.
But she's a part of Amos's tribe.
Yes, thank you.
You're welcome.
You did it.
Yeah.
I'm proud of you for that.
Now, I think I'm also gonna go with this as my theory. I do believe Naomi's still gonna defuse the bombs and remote controls. It's just how. I mean, she already doesn't know maybe she can't do the bombs, but maybe.
But like, why can't she just take the bombs off the wall and then take the bombs and the wires all connected and just yeet them?
They're probably rigged so that they can't be done.
I mean, they could be tamper-proof. All we saw was when she first got on there and said, "Do not disconnect." Didn't say "Do not disconnect" or "This will explode."
Yeah.
But I mean, we could probably assume.
We can assume. Now,
that's what I'm saying.
She's also not fucking a explosive specialist.
No, she's a tech.
She's an engineer.
She knows everything about everything.
No, yeah, but nah.
She got like 6 degrees.
She did phenomenal for rigging a helmet radio to do things, but it didn't work, so she had to rig something else. And she's great at thinking outside the box, but I don't think she is someone who's going to be able to.
She also doesn't have tools or anything really at her disposal.
She's got a multi-tool. That's all you need, baby.
I mean, I know that. You'd be surprised.
Now, Mike,
pair of dice.
You said Alex is sacrificing himself. You rewrote that after you erased the board.
Yeah, I'm keeping that one.
How do you think he's going to do it?
Definitely, I don't know the exact things he's going to do, but he's going to do something to what he thinks is
As of right now, he's driving the Razorback with Bobby. Do you think that means Bobby's going to die too?
I don't know.
Because, I mean, otherwise Bobby has to get off somehow. Or he gets off somehow.
First of all, Bobby can jump off that ship at any time and will survive.
Yeah, probably.
Probably. She is the divine paladin and will be protected.
Yeah, I agree.
Damn right.
I agree. Now, you also have another theory.
That protomolecule never left Tycho.
It's a fucking...
Never got... That's why they couldn't find...
Shenanigans!
That's why they couldn't find traces on the exploded ship, because it never fucking left the building.
Now...
It left Fred Johnson.
How true that is, I don't know. I do know that last episode, Marco was talking about how the protomolecule was destroyed when talking to Philip and talking down to him. So unless Marco lied to Philip, and we know that Marco would never lie to Philip, there's a good chance that maybe the protomolecule actually is destroyed. Now, besides that, Cortazar is still alive potentially, so at least they have the knowledge of how to manipulate, but they don't have a sample.
So I have a follow-up question.
Yeah.
Why do you guys think Mars wants the protomolecule anyway?
So I think Mars wants the protomolecule because they can use it to terraform, because they saw what it did to the surface of Venus. So I think the closest thing they could do is potentially terraform, or the other option is to use it as a weapon against Earth.
But they don't give a fuck about Mars anymore. That's the whole point of everything collapsing for Mars, is they're all like, dude, there's all these brand new planets.
Maybe
like,
Mars,
why would we stay here?
Maybe Mars is trying to go activate the...
I was just curious if you guys
that technology in the other worlds and use it for their own. Try to see if there's anything worth using.
What do you think?
I don't even think it's Mars.
I'm not saying there's a right answer or not or anything.
I don't think there's a Mars government interested.
Yeah.
I think it's straight up the head of the war college wants it for whatever fucking reason, and that's why he was okay dealing with it, because the protomolecule itself is such an exemplary thing that it...
And remember who asked the questions about the protomolecule? How it worked, what it did, when they went to different planets?
Exactly.
Okay, so
I think he wants it. I don't think Mars wants it.
No, yeah. So Admiral Salvatore is the one that wants it, and his aide, I don't remember her name, was the one that was asking Alex all these questions, like, how did it work? What activated it? What happened? How did you do it? Who did it? When? What? Where? Why? How? Whatever. And once she got all her answers about the protomolecule, she's like, okay, bye.
One of the...
So Salvatore's aide is the one that wants it, and they're trying to figure out how to use it because they're potentially... Remember last season what Mercury said to Way? Is that if we get the Belters to abandon their claim, not only do we get the lithium, but we get the billions and trillions of dollars worth of technology on the planet. So not only with lithium, but not that. The the protomolecule creator's technology was worth trillions too on top of that. So even if Mars gets one planet, if they know how to activate and use the technology, it's worth trillions of dollars to these people who have, who are trying to, make names on the planet.
That's a good point. We have not heard from the Travelers I don't know why I said travelers.
Protomolecule killers.
The creators.
The dragon portal in the basement of the protomolecule temple.
Yes. So that's my theory now. I should add it to the board, but I think that Mars is trying to activate technology on the planet. Oh my god, that's wow. Whoa.
Well, you also have this. When did you put Holden goes Punisher on
last episode or the one before that? I think Holden is going to go. I know Philip is going to kill Marco. I said, and Drummer's going to help save Naomi, but I think Holden is going to.
Do you think Amos is also going to come in and kill Marco?
No, I think Amos is going to come back and be like, "What I miss?" But I think though, one thing I missed on here, as I did say, Drummer saves Naomi. I want to add to that. There's been a lot of talk, especially to Drummer this episode, but this season about what Naomi did, why she did it, and what's going on, and a lot of emphasis on family and leaving family because you do not agree with their ideals, their motives, or actions. And how Naomi left because she was not okay with Marco doing what he did, killing who he did, and how he did it. Now, Drummer is starting to not agree with what her family is saying. And we saw that tense scene where they're arguing and then they had like a little break in the tension. Yeah. But you can see she thinks Naomi is dead right now. Ashford died. Those are the two people closest to her. And then Johnson also died. 3 people closest to her, she believes, was killed by Marco and Naros, and nobody except her wants to do anything. And everybody's willing to roll over and even potentially shoot at inners, which risks so much just to stay alive so that Marco doesn't shoot at them. Because we saw that that one group that Marco was voted against Marco and the airlock was killed because they stole ships or something. I don't know if I believe that, but I just think Drummer's about to, potentially leave her family, or either that or rally her family to the sides of Naomi.
She's about to become the new Ghost Knife.
Yes.
Well, you have to realize in that moment when Marco's spokesperson for Drummer says that, Drummer's looking at the other, her family member, the way she is, because it's like, I fucking told you this is what was going to happen.
Yes.
And they were like, no, we'll play along. This is our only option. And they were like, we're just salvaging ships. But that's never, they will do whatever Marco needs them to do. End of story.
Which Drummer won't do.
And therefore it's going to start, it's kind of a symbol of, it's no longer necessarily keeping them safe to keep working with Marco. But
there's no other options right now because they're already in deep. They already did so much. Plus, the girl on board.
Plus, they're not fighters.
Yeah, they're not fighters, and they're being told to fire on warships and belonging to the inners. Which her ship, you have the tie-in and other stuff. But if you're firing on, first off, if you fire on Earthers, they have 3-to-1 odds and numbers potentially.
Well,
back there in
Drummer also didn't just get drunk off a bottle of Belter vodka.
She was mad.
She popped the bottle that was supposed to be for when Ashford came back.
Yes.
In response to finding out that Naomi, which is at the time the only one left, being dead. So as far as she's concerned, she's alone. So she drank that bottle specifically because no one was coming.
Do you think Naomi is about to? No, sorry. Do you think Drummer's going to have a power struggle / fight the girl on her ship from?
I think Drummer's about to go on a murderous rampage.
I don't think anyone can stop Drummer from doing it.
Yeah, I think Drummer might actually murder everybody in her path for the next episode.
And there's only one way for us to find out.
Well, I also wanted to say something from rewatch. that I noticed this time around was it also doesn't make any sense to me because at this point there's things I don't know the answer to. And I was like, Marco's whole thing was to prevent retaliation. He was like, I'll use the proto-molecule against Earth.
And he gave it away.
But meanwhile, that was just a total fucking bluff. Hardcore. I feel like,
bro, he's playing 17.
The more I read into the things he says, the more I realize, dude just wants everyone to think he has a plan.
Well, here's the thing.
You know what I mean? He's like, no, listen to me. I have this awesome plan. And it's like, see, the plan is working, but then that's the end of the plan.
I can tell you the part of reason, maybe partial reasoning. So, I'm Marco Naros. I just sold the proto-molecule to these Martians, and I go out and say, I will attack you with the proto-molecule if you do not follow me. Now, the only people who know I sold the proto-molecule to the Martians are people involved in that mission from my crew and the Martians. Now, we know none of those Martians are going to come out and be like, yeah, we're the ones that bought the proto-molecule. So I think he's pretty safe making that bluff because the Martians aren't going to draw attention to themselves. And he's just going to repeat what he says and people are going to take it at face value. Otherwise, they know what he's done already. They know he stole it technically. So it's...
Yes, but the other part of what I was going to say is no one seems to... Earth doesn't seem to give fuck that he has the proto-molecule.
Like, shoot down.
Right? Like, they're like, how do we retaliate? Like, they're not like, oh, no one in the same room was like, what about the proto-molecule? They were just like, we're going to fucking... He's like, we'll bleed, but they'll bleed more. That's all I care about. And it's like...
Well, we know that...
You know what I mean? It's, I don't know.
We know they could destroy the proto-molecule because when the missiles were launched at Mars... by Wynn in the third season, I think it was, or second season, I'm sorry. Third. They remember when Wynn launches from the station that had Strickland on it, the doctor.
Yeah.
There's a whole thing where he's like launching all the missiles. They were blown up. They had hybrids in them, but they were destroyed by missiles. So I think we're pretty safe to say that a point defense system that can take out nukes on like Earth is probably able to destroy a proto-molecule.
Was that ever fully dealt with? Because didn't they shoot like a couple hybrids like off into the vacuum?
Hey man, they're just in the Expanse. See what I did?
And those end up meeting the Travelers. Woo! But I don't really have anything else to add.
Yeah, no,
I'm good too.
All right. Well, thank you for joining us for the season 5, episode 8 of The Expanse. We hope you join us next time. And
Bye.
We're very close to the end. Bye.
I'm waiting for a really long time. Bye.